Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of TerraCraft. In today's video, we're going to be building some farms, starting off with a bee farm. But in between videos, I did this, just a little bit of work. I made the area that is loaded when you stand on this gold block. That's cool. And then this armor stand dude shows us where all the spawnable spots are. So on Bedrock Edition, there's spawn spheres. Everything inside this green sphere is safe. Nothing will spawn here. Everything in between the green sphere and the red sphere is where mobs can spawn. So that's where we'll be building farms up in the sky and maybe passive mob farms around here. And then these blocks are marking out the chunks that are loaded. We play on a 4-chunk simulation distance. So that means that chunks are loaded 4 chunks from, oh dear, let me turn this guy off. That means that they're loaded 4 chunks from where you are standing, and it doesn't matter that you're standing in the corner like there. So you see 1, 2, 3, 4. When I stand on this block right here, all those chunks are loaded. So that will be the outline of area that we will build a farm in. Any farms, lots of farms, the entire farm district, not a farm, all the farms. Anyway, so I went on a creative test world and messed around with some bee farm designs, and I watched some YouTube videos. I'll put a link to Prowl's video down in the description because that's where I got the most inspiration. And I kind of made my own simple little bee farm using 1.17 blocks and the 1.15 mechanics that I never played with. That's right, I've never played with bees before in survival. I'm kind of a useless player. Anyway, let's go look at the farm. So here we are on my creative test world. I've been testing bee farms all over the place over here and finally came up with the design. So to start with, the basic concept is we get a reading from the beehive when that's a beehive, when it is full, and that powers the dispenser on top with shears inside of it. So to demonstrate, a beehive completely full generates a redstone power level of 5. That's also displayed by these 3 shears in a dispenser. So even though these are all right next to each other, it is clear that the redstone signal only gets to the lamp when there is 3 in this one and it doesn't interfere with the neighboring ones. So I started out with a design kind of like this, where the beehive was right there and the plant was right here, but I built that over here. The bees seem to get stuck. So it turns out bees pathfinding is horrible. And when I say horrible, I mean horrible. They can't push past each other. If they get more than 10 blocks from their beehive, they pretty much lose it. I mean, sometimes they make it back, but not always. And yeah, it's just overall not a good system. So I decided to, and they get piled up and they can't go past each other because there's only 1 by 1 hole, despite that it's a full hitbox. Anyway, so over here I made a mock-up of one of our chunks and made this bee farm, and there's a problem with it. I wonder why that happened. Oh dear, why did that happen? Okay, well, we'll pretend that didn't happen. Maybe it was just a fluke thing. But anyway, the bees have more plants to graze on. There's 3 plants per hive, which is the maximum, and they have a 2 by 2 block area to move about and gather pollen. Also, they're only in a 5 block wide area, so they can't get too far from their hive and get lost. And I have no idea why the thing popped out the back, because of my testing right here. So this is a little demonstration to show which way items pop out. Items are supposed to pop out the same place every single time. So we have on our dispenser, or I mean our beehive facing north, you see that the block wants to pop out to the north every single time. And also the one facing, this one's facing west, pops out this way every single time, which is where we want it. The ones that face east and south always manage to glitch out the back. That's because if items glitch, they have an order they go through. They want to go to the north. That's the direction the developers chose, and because it's north, why not? So the item says, I want to go north, and it checks, can I go north? Yes, I can. So it goes north. If it can't, then it goes west, and if not, then it goes south, and then if not, it goes east, and so on and so forth. So this system here has them facing north, so the items will always try and go north. Now, I don't know why one shot out the back, but that might have had to do with unloading the chunks. But honeycombs are very, very rare. They're very slow. So I think the only change I'm going to make to this design is I'm going to make the minecart go under this row too, just in case items escape, because we don't want to lose that precious honeycomb. But in the very short amount of time this is run, this has created 6 honeycombs, and with only 5 hives, that's pretty good. So back on TerraCraft, that means the only thing left to do is to find the chunk and then start building. And I already fell. Great. So right here, I made a torch line that shows everywhere the spawn sphere goes, because having that thing open all the time is kind of annoying. So I'm just gonna pick any farm that isn't going to be within spawn radius, because we don't need the bees to spawn, we just need them to function. And I think I'm gonna pick this farm, this chunk right here. Are you kidding me? The one block I want to put scaffolding on, there's a flower. Really? Really? Good job, game. I've been shot. I'm being shot. I'm waving. Because up here, nothing can spawn. So I'm not happy with this location, because it ends up north is that way. And I kind of wanted everything to face towards the center. But I think there's one chunk outside of the spawning spheres, so I think I'm going to move all my stuff to this one, and I'll just leave that one filled in with glass, because eventually I want to fill all of these in with glass. Maybe different colors of glass, that would be cool. But anyway, let's head over there. Let's just leave that scaffolding, we don't need it. Just head over there and we'll build the bee farm in this chunk. This was planned all along and planned very well. I'm a professional Minecraft player. Alright, so here we are. We now have a full glass platform, and we know which direction they need to be facing. They need to be facing that way. So we're going to start by... Oh man, I need some more stuff. Hang on, I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm finally ready to build my bee farm. So I have measured out the places that I want to build to. I think I'm going to build 4 slices. I'm going to build 2, 2, 2, 2. But for now, I'm just going to start with these 2. So to build them, you just place a comparator. Then you don't need that anymore. So you place a redstone dust, another redstone dust, another redstone dust. Go use that as a temporary block to go up 1 glass. Place that down, and then place a temporary block right there, place that facing down, and then break those 2 temporary blocks, put a redstone dust on top of there, and then put your beehive right there, and then we're just going to put the azalea right there. That is 1 slice of the bee farm completed. Now all I got to do is place all these in. That's pretty much done other than the enclosure. So I'm going to go and do the same thing on the other side. Just place down a row of comparators, and then place down a row of redstone dust, and then pick block that, and do that, and then pick block that, and do that, and then pick block. Maybe I shouldn't pick block. Maybe I should do that. There we go. I almost fell off. Do that, and then do that. Temporary block. Destroy the temporary block, or redstone dust, so I can do that. Then temporary blocks across the top here. Dispenser, 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 and then break all those temporary blocks. And then we got to go find a way to get up here. There we go. Have a way to get up here and place down. Place down a bunch of redstone dust. Then we just need to use our temporary blocks and place them right there. Then done. 2 bee farms built, sort of. I decided to go ahead and leave this 2-block gap here just because it looks a little bit nicer, and this doesn't need to be here. And for the sides, I think I'm just going to use glass, white frosted glass, because it looks good. Build them a wall so they can see their friends, but they can't get to them. I could use tinted glass, but that would basically be like putting them in prison. I don't want to do that. I like bees. Yes, that took exactly a stack to fill those 2 up. So now we have 2 bee farms, 2 basically independent bee farms. All I need to do is put bees in them, which is becoming daytime, so I don't want to do. And topping off the last dispenser with shears. I now feel a whole bunch poorer in iron, but much richer in shears, and that's what really matters. So next we need to do the collection system. I'm going to have the minecart go underneath these 2 layers, and then as we determined in the test world, sometimes they fly out the back apparently. So we're going to put some around back. You can't really see it from here, but just trust me, there's back. So I'm just gonna break all this glass. Oh no, I appear to be stuck. Help. I don't want to die. No. Oh, this is deep. Oh, I might actually perish in here. Ha! I escaped. Let's get out of here. I came down to get some of the glass that fell, and well, I got eaten. And there we go. Now we have a fully functioning bee farm, with one exception. There's no bees. So in this chest right here, I have 3 bee nests, each of these containing bees. I don't remember how many exactly, but that doesn't matter. So all I gotta do is put one of these in here. Oh, and it got harvested. Let's see if it made it into here yet. It did. We already have 3. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm back a couple of real life days later. There are several bees in there now. I have about 15 per thing, but not exactly. I decided to leave the bee nest in there because I couldn't confirm it was empty, so I just left it. I built this little staircase so I can get up and down easy. And for some reason, occasionally honeycombs are still getting on these rows, but it's not very often, so I'm not really worried about it. And I've had my camera account on here for 2 days, the entire time this farm has been built, and I moved all the beeswax I got over here so you guys can see it. We got a full double chest and almost another full chest, so this is producing plenty of honey. I might still make another farm right here. I'll build one identical to this, but find a way to put bottles in it instead of putting shears, so we can have honey bottles and beeswax being produced, and at that rate, that would be awesome. And the thing about this area is we won't be AFK for just the bee farm. There will be one person AFK for a whole bunch of functions to happen. All right, bees. Ha! They have pooped it right in front of us. Now we can watch as it gets sucked up by the hopper minecart, and then watch as it is deposited. Oh, what? There's 15 now. I don't know. I have no idea. Anyway, I'm really happy with how these chunks turned out. They look so nice. What if we put a different color of glass in each one? I know there's not enough colors of glass to do that, but we can make it look like almost everyone's a different color. That'd be awesome. But anyway, I'm really happy with this, and I'm going to go ahead and end the episode. So thank you all very much for watching. I want you to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another video. And go check out Prowl's video in one of the corners of the screen, because that's where I got the inspiration for this farm. I didn't exactly copy it. I just saw it and was like, oh, I can use that and make mine. So anyway, thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.